rust out, the nerves out. That's the first time we've played against anybody with the bright lights on, right? And so sometimes that's what it looks like. So something to build off of. We know we got a long way to go to be where we want to be, but you got to enjoy these moments, celebrate them. We put a lot of hard work to get to this moment, and so we did, right? And now we'll get back to work and get better tomorrow as we prepare for Thursday. So, and I guess last thing before I can't. 2:30 on a Monday. Thankful for those that showed up. All right, what an unbelievable turnout for 2:30 on a Monday. So thank you for the Clemson family that showed out today. To be honest with you, as much work as we've tried to put in the community, in the fan base, it obviously didn't fall on deaf ears. They tried to show out today. Please come back and bring a friend. That would be my message moving forward. So, questions?
When you talked to the ladies in there, you said, "Sorry, we got distracted. We got busy celebrating." What was that celebration like? What was that message to your young ladies?
Well, I think for me, to be honest with you, like I'm the head coach and I want them to keep getting better. And so I was a little frustrated on some things we did. And some of that's a fault of mine, but also it makes me, I think, a good basketball coach. So my mind going in there was like, okay, be proud of them, but what do we got to get better at? To me, it was a really cool feeling because as a head coach, that's them celebrating what they believe is my first win here at Clemson. And so I get a little teary-eyed because we forget that sometimes, right? That it hopefully shows their love for being here, their love for me, my staff, that they weren't celebrating each other, they were celebrating us. And I think that's the start of a culture that we're trying to establish because really it's about them. It ain't about me. It's my job to make them the best they can possibly be. And so that was a reminder to me, right? We got to enjoy this together, but also to really solidify how much they care about us. And that's exciting moving forward.
Game was close in the first quarter. You guys went on, I think, like a 13-0 run in the second. How big was that for momentum going into halftime?
Yeah, I mean, so early on, these games are very difficult. We got no film on 15 brand new kids, a brand new coach, and vice versa, right? Same for them to us. And so you feel it out a little bit early on, like what are they going to be running on both sides of the ball? So I felt like that's what the early moments were. We kind of settled in a little bit and got stops, which allowed us to play in transition. And they were trying to, play a little bit of a matchup zone, which we didn't prepare for, to be honest with you. But the stops allowed us to get out in transition before the matchup, got set. And so it kind of like for them, I thought it gave them a relax, like, whew, okay, now it's time to keep playing. And but it was much needed, right? Much needed. And I think that's, for me as a head coach, I'm learning this team of like when to allow them to play and when to slow it down. And so we're learning some of that on the fly as well because I do think we can be pretty good in transition.
What's your biggest takeaway from this being, your first official game?
Yeah, that we have a lot of potential. Right, we're nowhere near where this group can max out as, which is exciting as a coach. Right now, it's my job, my staff's job to get them there, right, and for them to meet us in the middle. And I think we have a group that's willing to do that, that can look at this film and realize we're not at our best, but some things we did well, right? Like I'm not taking anything away. Like we did some good things well, or some things well. I don't see us going 5 for 20 very often. From three. This group can really shoot the basketball. Hannah Cohn, if you tell me she's going to get 9 looks like she did today, she's making more than one most nights, right? And so, like, those are things that we're going to be better moving forward, but we got to stay the course, right? Don't let this game, we've made it and we are good. Like, hopefully this shows us how good we could be.
When you mentioned the potential there, what's the thing that you're like, oh my gosh, thank you, we have film, because I've been really wanting to be able to focus on this with them?
Yeah, 100%. I think that a couple things, right? Like for us, we are a team. We're not an individual where we just let one person do all the work and watch. So for me, it's film to show them, like, here's where if we're a little bit cleaner, we're going to get a great shot. And here's where if we had a good shot, we had an opportunity for a great shot. And I think the last piece is we'll get to watch film on somebody else instead of our practice guys that we practiced against for 30 days, right? And so you'll start to adjust on how teams, right? Because that's all, coaches are really good thieves, right? You steal what other people do. And so I guarantee, NC Central, Presbyterian are watching this, are going to try to take some things that Jackson State did that bothered us, right? So it allows us to see some stuff that we have to get better at, but also some things that we've not been very good at, and we keep telling them, right, in practice, and like, okay, now here it is in live play. This is what we're talking about, and so, but it'll be very nice to watch that against somebody else, absolutely.
Coach, I know you're really process-oriented. What did you think about the shot quality tonight?
I thought early on, I thought we were getting some good ones. Like I'm not sure. Hannah Cone maybe one questionable one, but I thought she got good looks. I thought there at the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth, I was probably animated on the sidelines and definitely was in my huddles because I thought we started to play some selfish basketball. It was how do I get my shot? And sometimes, to be honest with you, it's 18 to 23-year-olds in that moment. They look at the scoreboard, you're up 35, 36. All right, let me get mine. And that's not how we're built, right? Nor do I ever want to be built that way. And so my challenge to them during that stretch was keep playing us basketball, because when you do that, you're going to get yours, right? We're equal opportunity. We make plays for each other. And that was an opportunity to earn trust, that if you make the right one, it'll come back to you at maybe the next possession. And so overall, I thought it was solid, but we got a long way to go. We also got to see the floor a little bit. I thought we had some wide open ones that we missed, right? And some of that is them learning me, like, oh, well, I thought we were supposed to slow it down, coach. Well, if she's right there wide open, we're going to go ahead and throw it to her, right? I don't ever pass up on layups or wide open threes. So that's a learning curve, right, for all of us. So we will continue to get better at it. All right, absolutely.
Anything else? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you all so much. Go Tigers.